Hi, welcome back. This is step 4 in our series of 8 steps on solving the Rubik's Cube. This is actually video 5 because we had that intro video a few videos back. If you haven't seen that, please go watch it. It'll make a lot of these steps way easier. Also, to review a few other things, my name is still Will. This is still my helper, Liam. Still have a tiger here. Not quite sure what he's doing. He's doing his best.
He's close.
He's close. Also, one last point of review is that we have a small book, about 40 pages long, that covers a lot of these same steps. It's available on Amazon in Kindle or paperback. You don't necessarily need it. It kind of comes down to how you learn best. If you can get by with these videos, that's awesome. You should. If you need a little extra help on remembering some of these formulas and looking at these scenarios, though, it's there for you. All right, so to recap, when you got done with step 3, you should be holding a cube that looks about like this. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean the entire first layer, that entire white layer is completed. All 4 corners are where they're supposed to be, and they line up with the 4 middle face pieces. Nothing else is done quite yet. Still need our middle edges. The yellow layer is nowhere near done. That's fine. Where we're going to get to at the end of this step is we're going to have our 4 middle edges popped into place. And the first 2 layers are going to be completely solved. You're going to be 2/3 of the way through the cube. All right, this step, like so many other steps, really comes down to 2 main scenarios. And there's kind of a third edge case scenario. We'll cover that one as well. But for the most part, you got to remember 2 scenarios and 2 formulas. Just like in our last step, we've got the yellow face up. And what we're going to do is look for those middle edge pieces that happen to be hanging out in the top layer. The pieces we're concerned with have 2 colors, but they don't feature yellow or white on them because they're middle edge pieces. They're going to contain some combination of blue, red, green, and orange. Those 4 colors, nothing else. What we're going to do is look for one of those edge pieces in our top layer. In this case, I found one up right here that's green and red. The piece that's facing the outside or the front of the cube, we're going to twist the cube until it lines up with that color. So I've got red there lined up with orange. It's not where I want it yet. Now it's touching green, not quite there. Now it's touching red. That's right where I want to be, and that's going to set us up for one of our scenarios. Okay, it might be a little hard to see with this lighting, but what we've got there is the red and blue piece. I know a moment ago we were looking at red and green, and I'm going to show that to you in a minute. That's actually scenario 2. But for now, this is scenario 1. This red and blue piece, it's touching the red face like we want it to. And the way you determine if you're looking at scenario 1 or 2 is, does it need to come back towards you or does it need to go away from you? Now, as we look at this, we can see that blue face is towards us and that we want to rotate that red and blue piece back towards us. I'm going to fire a formula at you. It's going to sound ugly like they always do. It's actually super easy to memorize once you do it a few times. I'm going to say it once and then Liam's going to show it to you there in a minute. The formula is R back, U back, R back, U back, R back. And then we come back and we say U, R, U, R. So what that looks like, it's really just 5 twists backwards towards us and then 4 more twists away from us. Liam's going to go through it slowly. There's R back, U back, R back, U back, R back. And now we're going to go back away from us. There's U, R, U, R. Now you can see that red and blue edge piece is right where it belongs. Now let's get into scenario 2. This is that red and green piece that we were looking at a moment ago when we were over here. It's going to be just like scenario 1, except the formula is a little bit reversed. The first 5 movements are going to be away from us, and then the next 4 movements are going to be bringing it back towards us. What it looks like as a formula, I'm going to say it once and then we'll go through it. Again, I know with this lighting it's kind of hard to see, but we're going to take that red and green piece. The formula we want to do in a moment, not yet, is going to be R, U, R, U, R, and then we're going to bring it back by going U back, R back, U back, R back. Again, sounds weird. It's super easy to remember though if you just think about doing 5 twists away from you and 4 bringing it back towards you. Let's go through those movements now. R, U, R, U, R, U back, R back, U back, R back. And now that red and green middle piece is right where it belongs. Those are really the core scenarios. Technically, there's a third edge case scenario, and that's where if you look around your cube and you see that there is a middle piece that's already down in the middle layer, but it's not quite where it belongs. Like right now, I've got between the orange and the blue, I've got this red and blue edge piece sitting in between there. That's not where it goes. What I can do is look around on the top for what I call like a junk piece, like a yellow edge that I don't really need. And I can twist that until I get it close to that edge piece that I want to rotate up. And then at that point, I can treat this like a scenario 2 movement where I can rotate that down into this piece. I'll show you that. Here I am back behind the camera. This is the junk piece that I don't care about. This is the piece I want to replace. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna pretend like I'm in scenario 2. And Liam, what are the steps I'm gonna do for that?
R, U, R, U, R. U back, R back, U back, R back.
Here I am magically back here. I just executed that formula. And now what that did, it popped a junk piece down into the middle layer and it brought up that red and blue piece up here into the top where I can actually do something with it. Now I can rotate this until it's touching the blue face, like it is right here. And now I'm either gonna bring it back here to the orange, which I don't wanna do because it's blue and red, or I can bring it this way to the red face. So I'm gonna be in scenario 2. I'm not gonna go through that again, but you can see, no matter what, you're gonna get it down to one of those 2 scenarios, and the formula is gonna become very easy to remember. That's really it though. It comes down to those 2 scenarios. This tiger has solved that twisty cube while we were messing around. That's cool. Once you get to the point where you have those 4 middle pieces down though, you're gonna have 2 entire layers solved. That's pretty exciting. All right, come back soon for step 5, where we will be going through the yellow cross. And what should they do if they want to find out when step 5 is available?
They should subscribe.
They should absolutely subscribe. And also, if you have comments or questions on anything that we just covered, especially because of this lighting, and if things become confusing, by all means, please comment below. We'll answer your questions. All right, that's it for step 4. Thanks a lot.
Bye.